Shenayang. Good afternoon, honey. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Hey, Callie Love. Hey, Barn Dog. Hey, Denise. What's up, The Wrench? Hey, Egypt. Hey, Valerie. Shout out to the chat, honey. It's a lot going on.
Where's the C-Train?
Girl, we got to get her together real quick. And I gotta do something special for me. See, it's so long, get I'm ready. Have a massage, get a sip until I'm ready. Gotta take time right now. And all I really know when I'm talking about say, ooh, baby, you don't know what I've been going through. Say it again, love, baby. It's obvious to see exactly what I need. Things are not wasted. I'm rocking my Lizzo shirt. Just wanna set my body free. Never mind the TV. Tonight I just let a little TV watch me. Aromatherapy surrounding me. Mr. Big is in the background. I just brothers gonna hold it down. Hey, we miss you, Whitney. You don't know what I've been going through. Say it to me. Say it one thing. Obvious to see exactly what I need. And the simple things are not wasted. One of those days. Hello. Hello. Ooh. You don't know. One of those days. And the simple things are not wasted. Oh, oh. Hey, let's go, Whitney. Hey. One of those days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Child, Paul Whitney. Ooh, Paul Whitney Houston. That's a pole, okay? It's just not fair. Well, I shouldn't say it's not fair, but it's just so unfortunate how we lost Whitney. And we got Ray J around here still cutting up. Now, it was alleged that Ray J, the night that Whitney passed, that Ray J was given is the one that had delivered the coquiana, allegedly, or whatever it was. And girl, they said that same night, these eyebrows look like who did it. They said that same night, girl, Whitney had passed Brandy a note. And to this day, the people still don't know what that note said that Whitney Houston passed Brandy, Ray J's sister. But the people are still saying that the night Whitney passed, Ray J was there. Now, Ray J is back in the news again because he didn't pull the pow pow on Thanksgiving on his baby mama. Child, you be thinking folks with all this money, child, please. I wouldn't want to trade places with Ray J, Ray Q, Ray L. Okay. I wouldn't want to trade places with none of these folks. Hey, everybody. No, 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 no. I wouldn't want their life. Okay. Because to have their lives means to have their problems. And I don't want their problems. Them folks, them celebrities got a lot of problems. I don't want them problems. More levels, more devils. I don't want them problems. Okay. Now, I do want more levels. But I don't have to be famous. I've been looking for this lipstick. She was hiding from me, child. She knew I wanted her. Don't do that no more. Next time I'm looking for you, say something. They need to put tags on makeup the same way they put them on remote controls, okay? It is very important when you're trying to find to be able to find Anyway, how y'all doing, girl? Why they over there messing with? They didn't took Lemon's channel. What had happened? What had happened? They didn't took that man channel. Mm. 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 Well, thank goodness he on the backup. Okay. Thank goodness Lemon is around there on the backup channel. Cause who else finna entertain him all night? Okay. Now I heard Buckhead. Look at me finna get on some mess. I just got on this live. I heard Buckhead over there got popped. Who popped you, Buckhead? Did Fabe pop you? Who popped your little disgusting? Who popped Buckhead's little disgusting video over there, child? Huh? The wrench. Who popped Buckhead's videos over there? Why we can't see that video no more? Him talking all that nasty, disgusting mess he was over there. See, you can't let the devil send you off, okay? The devil will send you smooth off. He will send you off. He'll act like he on your side, and the whole time, he know you finna get popped. Okay. Who? What happened to Buckhead video? And then I heard Creepy had a problem with it. Oh, Heavy Bear. I heard Creepy had a problem with it. The lip ain't popped nobody but her son. That's the only person lip popped. The only person that's could pop is her child. She keep popping him every holiday. Popped. And they say, Fabe, don't say that. Oh, go. Don't play. Please don't make me tell you to go to hell. Okay. She is popping her son. Absolutely every holiday. I said what I said and I meant it. So she ain't pop lemon. She popped that baby she carried for 9 months and gave up. That's what she popped. So anyway, anywho, okay. This is why she is hate. This is why Shalina is not liked. These folks don't like me because I triggered them with the truth. Okay. They get triggered by the truth around there, and we're gonna continue to do that Okay. I'm going to tell it over here. Oh, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I found out that this voice is powerful and I'm going to use it. Okay. Absolutely. Anyway, I had a beautiful Thanksgiving. Me and my family cut up so bad I had to put the video on members only. Okay. I found out Mama Rosie picked cotton. Now we hope she telling the truth. Cause I don't never remember this. Okay. Where the hell was I at? Okay. So Mama Rosie let us know on that members only live that she had picked cotton. That was news to her own daughter. I didn't know. Okay. So then I asked her, was she a slave? Because I thought only the slaves picked cotton. There ain't no regular folks was around there picking cotton. I thought you had to be uh, owned by master. Okay. I thought master had to have your ass by the throat in order for you to be out there picking cotton for $1 a day. I didn't realize that you didn't have to be a slave or oh, okay. No, what my mother said was she was out there with her parents. That's what it was. Okay. Now I do know that my grandmother experienced slavery. That I do know. They should have don't ever play with Ollie Mae Simmons. Okay. I don't know who the hell they thought they was playing with Ollie Mae Simmons. Don't ever play with Ollie Mae. Period. I don't appreciate it. Okay. I want to know where they at. I want to know where they at. Absolutely. And in them stories my grandma used to tell me about how, see, I had gotten a bad rap back in the day. People on YouTube hate me for different reasons. I made a comment before on here and people never got over it regarding slavery. And what I said was the white man really was attracted to black women during slavery. They was taking stuff and everything from black women. The slave masters were. Now, when I said that, people were in the uproar. Oh my God, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And I said, because it, and the reason they did it is because black women got that good. Why would you say that? Which is worse, them doing that to black women or me saying that that's what they did? And why do I know about that personally? Because my grandma used to tell me about it. That wasn't something I read to come on here and say because I don't got shit else to talk about. My grandmother used to tell me about that. Okay. Absolutely. They liked it thick too. Talk about country cornbread. Them women back in the day was classy, sexy, intelligent, and all that. Even while they was hiding books from them women was still learning how to read, still learning how to sew, still learning how to cook. They learned a lot. They knew how to, they were very resourceful people. Knew how to barter, knew secret languages so that they wouldn't get caught communicating. Them folks was smart as hell. So when people took that one thing I said and tried to run with it, I figured they could kiss my black. I said what I said, and all these years later, it still tracks. It still tracks. See, one thing over here, you may not like my delivery sometimes, but baby, come back in 2-3 years, and what I had said that you couldn't take is still gonna track. Don't be mad at me because I know black women fire and wanted by every race. All of them find us attractive. All of them. All of them find us attractive. Why people mad at me? Because I know that. All races. They love us. They love black women. Period. And it didn't just start in 2025. They've been loving black women all the way from back then when my grandma and them was around. So I said what I said. I meant what I said. And I'm sorry that people don't want me to look at it like that. Well, I'm going to look at it the way I want to look at it. Okay. Moving right along. So this online star named Girl Lala was in a domestic violence relationship. She was transgender in a domestic violence relationship. And there are several clips out there about girl Lala and in real time how her boyfriend used to treat her and walk up on her talking crazy, snatching stuff, and it's always this conversation about how the dolls, the transgender women, are not protected. Well, I don't know how the hell they thought they was going to be protected when cisgender women aren't even protected. Black women aren't even protected. But nevertheless, so they would like to be, they say that they are women and they don't want to argue about that. And I won't be sitting here to argue with them about that. Okay. I just respect people as people. Because truthfully, in my mind, that don't got ish to do with me. Okay. I have my own problems and issues to work out. I don't got time to be sitting here arguing with no individual about what they are. What the hell, what I look like? Don't we have other fish to fry? I would think so. Nevertheless, I don't believe in arguing with people about, oh, you not no man, you not no. Now back in the day, yes, I would argue somebody down. Okay. But it took a turn for the worse, in my opinion, when they truthfully began to disrespect biological women. I feel like you can exist in your space very comfortably. You can't come over here and define a space that I've been in and that I'm naturally born in. And you're not naturally born in this space, and then you want to come over here and define me and call me cis. No, I'm just a woman, you know. So I don't go through that no more. I just have learned to just love people and leave their sexuality out of it, because it truthfully has absolutely nothing to do with me until they come over here in my womanhood telling me what I can and be comfortable can't be comfortable with as a woman. Now I feel like they took it too far when they said things like women don't own periods and women don't own uteruses. Okay. Like that type of stuff right there, because I actually have periods and I actually have a uterus. And so to hear about a man who was born, who was a person who was born a man, tell me I don't own something because now they want to be in the same conversation as me, it's like, okay, now we're doing too much. Okay. And just like I'm able to respect people with their views, mine gonna be respected. So, but other than that, I mean, there are a lot of deaths of transgender women, a whole lot of them. Okay. There are a lot of DL men who get up with these transgender women. And then when the secret is out, because they want to keep them a secret. Mm-hmm. And then when they get these DL men trade get exposed, then they want to double back and kill the transgender woman who told on their ass, who put them on blast. So that happens a lot too. And then their deaths aren't really investigated and taken as seriously. And that's been proven that if a transgender person gets murdered, their death and the investigation of what happened to them, the resources are not put into it like they are for other deaths and murders. So anyway, this girl Lala, she kind of, what they call it, romanticized domestic violence. A lot of people like domestic violence. A lot of people like getting DV. Now, I know we have conversations all the time about women who don't like it, and I even tell my personal stories because I don't like shit about it. Keep your little raggedy ass hands off me, bitch. Okay? So I've been through it, but I never found ish cute about it. I always knew that wasn't right. Okay? Always thought the men were weak as hell. Always knew they were cowards. Always knew they would never fight a man. Always knew if I told one of my brothers, it would be the end. Okay, I always knew that. So I never romanticized getting choked out, getting black eyes. I never romanticized it. It never came across as sassy. It never gave sassy. It always gave broke, coward, insecure, small pain energy. It always gave that to me. Right. So for anybody, transgender, non-transgender, for anybody to romanticize getting beat up, their self-esteem is in the toilet with the boo-boo. It's not a clean toilet. The toilet got shit in it. And that's where they self-esteem at down there with that. Because when I tell you ain't nothing cute about it, and when you learn to love yourself, you don't want nobody putting their filthy hands on you, messing up your clothes and your hair and all. You like, hold on. You learn that is a hater. That is a hater. Only a hater would want to bruise you and beat you. I didn't realize these people was actually not just scared I was going to leave them for another man. No, they were jealous of me as an individual, just as a woman. I wasn't cheating on these people. And they knew I wasn't cheating on them because they stayed going through my damn phone. So I never got hit because I was caught cheating or no stupid Never. It was always some made up, I feel like you lying to me. See, when you with somebody that feel like you lying, you with the wrong person. If your normal existence, these folks didn't believe nothing I said. If I said I was at the gym, you lying. You cheating on me. If I said I was out with my girlfriends, no, you not. You cheating on me. That should have let me know right there. You are with the wrong. If everything I say you don't believe me, that's not my problem. That's something wrong with you. Okay? Period. Especially if I haven't given you any reason to think I'm lying. You just gonna tell me I'm lying. Anyway, but some people think that's cute. They think it's cute for a person to damage your ear. Man, I know people can't even hear out of one ear because they done been beat up so much. Can't even hear out of their ear. They done been slapped so much. Come on now. Ain't shit about that love and whatever. So this person, girl Lala, this transgender woman, girl Lala, was in a relationship like that. And she and her followers, they romanticized it. It was love. She would do stuff to provoke the man. Like she would. It was funny. It was content. It was content. Right. That was content. So now this woman had lost her life. This man who she thought was playing with her and he just beat me because he loved me took her life. She was only like 23, 24 years old. 23 or 24 years old. He took her life. Okay. So now she was well known on social media, in her community. Her now that she's deceased, her father, who is not with that lifestyle, came out and said, I don't care if girl Lala, as y'all know her, lived her life as a woman. I will not let my son be buried in no wig and in no dress. And the people are mad. They mad at him. They mad. Okay. They are very mad at her father because he buried her in a suit. Did I let me see. See if I saved it. They buried girl Lala in a suit. Okay. Some people are saying his father did the right thing. Um, some people said born a man, it's a man. Some people said y'all be so confused because he wasn't a transgender. He was just a gay boy that wore wigs. So the post said they put girl Lala in a suit, no nails, no makeup, no wig. This is so disrespectful to who she was. They could have definitely kept her as what she identified. I mean, she already went through enough. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Okay. And I think because it's so hard, only the parents can make the decision. I don't think the public it's too difficult. I could give my opinion all day and say, well, the daddy knew girl Lala the way girl Lala lives, so he knows girl Lala would prefer. If girl Lala had a say, the father knows girl Lala would prefer to be buried as a woman. At the same time, the father is probably looking like, this is my son. And just because my son decided to live that lifestyle doesn't mean I have to adapt. I don't know. That's difficult. May girl Lala rest in peace. Such a young person to be out of here so fast, especially like that. That's a horrible way to go. Up out of here. Okay. Oh, child, girl, what else is going on? Oh. So Candy and Todd are Candy filed for divorce from Todd after I believe 11 years. Okay. No one is more happy than Mama Joyce, Candy's mama, because from the jump, Candy's mama was never feeling Todd. She felt like Todd was broke and broke down. Okay. And not a good fit for her daughter. Okay. And I guess it had a lot to do with the fact that Candy has way more money than Todd. But Candy had a prenuptial agreement that she made Todd sign. So Todd signed on a dotted line of that prenup. So as far as that's concerned, Todd won't be getting nothing other than what Candy wants him to get. She has more money than he does to fight him for a long time in court if she wants to, and drain his bank if she wants to. And he already did sign a prenup before they got married. So Todd is pop. Oh, okay. Church girl said for the public wake, girl Lala was dressed as a woman. Okay. But it was the funeral that her father said no. For the funeral. Now the first thing I thought about when I heard about Candy and Todd getting a divorce, the first thing I thought about was all that random sex. Mm-hmm. Candy and Todd they both made it very clear that they like having other people in the bedroom. I have never believed in that. I have never believed that relationships like that would actually work long term. I've never believed in that. Like both people literally, I don't know. I just have never been able to see how that makes sense. Why even get married? Isn't the purpose of getting married so that to show that this is your person, this is the person? But you need all these outside people to help you enjoy me. I ain't never been down with that. Okay. And I feel like when a woman gets approached like that by a man trying to do all that, threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, 12somes, 11somes. Just when a man get on that with you and want to do all that, I just feel like that's a good time to ask him to bring his friend. Huh? That tends to shut the whole idea down. That tends to shut all that down. When you tell him that you want him to bring his bestie, no. See, because they always want to approach you and ask you about bringing your bestie. Uh huh. Uh huh. With they nasty tails. Uh huh. They don't mind approaching you, letting you know that they've been looking at your friend. Uh huh. But it ain't as fun when they find out that you've been looking at their friend too. Yes. Oh, Chantel said, talk about it. From the jump, I never thought that was a good idea. I never thought that was a good idea. I need somebody so crazy about me they can't even see straight. You need somebody else in here with us. Oh, okay. Oh, you do? How about y'all two go off and do what y'all do? You don't need me. I'm way too special for that. Okay. I'm way too special for that. And so the thing that fell apart. So how does a marriage how does it fall apart? See, if this thing was foolproof and you could say couples that allow other people in the bedroom stay together longer. They stay together forever. Okay. How much juice on this tablet? Oh, good. We have 45%. If people were able to say, people that invite other people in a room with them stay together forever versus people who don't, then okay, now we cooking with grease. Okay. Oh, okay then. Okay, I can get with that because you got proof that this actually works and people not wasting their damn time. But you mean to tell me? Hold on, y'all. I'm just getting a hair call. Where the heck is the hair call? All these brushes. I need a hair comb. Okay, I'm gonna have to settle for a brush. You mean to tell me that after you let somebody else in the bedroom with y'all, the shit still don't work? Really? Really? I didn't set up and watch you freak on all these other people. Put my pride to the side, basically sold my soul and degraded myself. That's the way I see it. Okay. I see stuff like that as selling your soul and degrading yourself, but that's just me. But after I did all that in the name of pleasing you, now let's be clear, because Candy like a little cootie cat. Okay, so I'm not saying that it was 100% Todd's idea. It could have very well been Candy's idea. Let's be very clear, because some of these women are way freakier than these men could ever be. They just don't think so. Okay, but a woman really can run a circle around a man in the bedroom if she really want to get into some things. Okay, nevertheless, it could have been Candy, little nasty tail. Every man wants a woman. That's how she know every man wants a woman. She know because she want her one. Every man wants a woman. Anyway, child. So every man wants a woman over there that set up and watched her husband freak on all these women and it didn't work. I'll be mad as hell. Okay, like what? Excuse me. So big baritone voice here. I don't know about him. Todd, you got some explaining to do, Todd. So, girl, them folks around there getting the divorce, come to find out they've been separated since July. Todd ain't never felt right about that prenup. He ain't never been happy about that prenuptial agreement that Candy put on his ass. He been salty about that prenup, okay? Cause he know ain't no lawyer gonna be able to help you. Okay, now y'all open all them little nasty restaurants together. Old lady gang. And they said that food was not giving and overpriced. Nevertheless, maybe he could get something from the old lady gang. Okay. But Mama Joyce is ecstatic with her narcissistic too. Anyway, so what else going on? Uh uh um I know y'all heard about the little girl in church, in a church full of women. And the little girl got up. They asked her to give her say what she was thankful for, and so she said she was thankful for her stepmother. First of all, before the little girl could even say what she was thankful for, whoever was hosting that and giving directions, she was already on my nerves. Okay, let's be very clear. That lady, I was already sick of her. Okay, because cause she was telling them kids, when you come up here, don't say you thankful for no toys. Don't say you thank. Hold on. See, I don't like all that. I don't like all that. I don't like all that aggression. We in church. We not like, what are you doing? I don't like, see, people get in church and forget that this is still real life and you could get cussed out. Like, don't get in church and do the most. But see, that's some folks that don't got no titles outside the church. They gets no attention. Nobody fools with them outside of church. So they get in church and act like they don't know how to act. Okay? All that being aggressive, girl, they up here to say what they thankful for. What are you yelling for? I don't like that. Okay? And then that's why they say that women can't run churches and women don't know how to be leaders. Because we be doing too much sometimes. Like, girl, relax. So then when the little girl said she was thankful for her stepmama, oh, they got so triggered. Okay. Now the little girl a demon because the girl says she thankful for her stepmammy. Because her stepmammy listens to her better than her mama. All them witches and them warlocks in that church. What's the name of that church? Fellowship of Dallas or something. Some fellowship. New fellowship. Something. They got, first of all, they got too many names in the name of the church. All these names. First Episcopal Baptist Church of God in Christ, Church on the Mountain, Make a Right, Pastor Mitchell, Assistant, like all the Assistant Mitchell, State Board member, Superintendent of the Mothers Board, third jurisdictional. Like, what's the name of the church? And then you call them and they won't even give you no baby milk. Got all them damn names on the church, but you can't call them for $20 right now. You can't call them for no bus fare. But they got Fellowship of Hope, House on the Hill, Missionary Baptist, Episcopal, North location, all this old shit. Do y'all got some money to get to the people, Pastor? Okay. See, I'm starting to find out the longer these church names is, the more they be on. Don't come for me. Do not, do not, do not come for me. All them names. What's the cover up? What are we hiding? How many grants y'all really trying to get? Because y'all gonna hit them all. New Fellowship Christian Baptist of the Easter. Like, dad, y'all got the holidays in the church name and everything. Y'all trying to make sure y'all get all the government grants. Okay. Let me shut up because I'm gonna give me some. But anyway, the way they did that, baby, Here we go. See, these churches been getting put on blast all 2025. From Marvin Sapp talking about close the door to wine is talking about I asked for 2,000, not 1,200. That ain't what I asked you. To now these women over here in this church messing with this baby because she was honest and said she was thankful for her stepmammy. Okay. And now, because that church caught so much slack, girl, they done deleted all their social medias. They you can't find them online nowhere, girl. And if you want to watch the service now, because they didn't like how they went viral. Mm-mm. So if you want to watch the service now, you gotta use it's password protected. They over there on the Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Okay, they behind the gates. Because the people want to know what the hell wrong with y'all and why y'all do that baby like that. Miserable women. Miserable women. Miserable women in church are dangerous. As a young girl growing up in church, I always dealt with haters. Grown ass women, though, hating on me because I could sing and have body. And the pastors always called on me. And they was hating. And the musicians were attracted to me. See, we got to start having some real conversations about what happens in a Black church. I was preyed upon, and I don't mean P-R-A-Y either. I ain't talking about P-R-A-Y. I'm talking about P-R-E-Y. As a young, beautiful girl growing up in church, I was P-R-E-Y upon. While I went there to get P-R-A-Y, they P-R-E-Y. The musicians always loved me. They always wanted to date me. Uh-huh. Oh, yes. And baby, the church used to talk about me like a dog. Okay. And then I was the worship leader and then ended up pregnant at 16. Oh, they talked about me on that too. Okay. I got judged so badly that I tried to abort my son. Let me tell you how good God is. When I found out I was pregnant, and I knew my status in the church as the worship leader. Now, I wasn't getting paid a damn dime by the pastor. I wasn't getting paid. But I was there faithfully. President of the choir, head of the worship, praise and worship team in high school. And at a thriving church. Okay. But girl, when I got pregnant, I was judged so harshly that I was too scared to even tell my pastor as if he was the baby daddy or something. It's so sick what goes on in these churches. What does a young 17-year-old's vagina got to do with your pastor? But we treat these pastors like they Jesus and they are automatically our kids' fathers. These pastors are not your kids' daddies. I ain't know no better. I wish somebody would have told me, girl, that's your pastor, that's not your daddy. And if you disappoint him, that is not the equivalent of disappointing God, because you disappoint your pastor, he'll be all right. He got faults too. You just can't see him. Maybe if he had a uterus, he'd be pregnant too. He's probably freaking more than you. I wish somebody would have told me. Girl, I tried to go and abort my son. Let me tell you what happened. I tried to. Me and my ex-bestie, Farida, girl, was on the train after high school in Chicago. Got on the train to go downtown Chicago to abort my son. And girl, we get down there. I had already scheduled the appointment, had the cash and everything ready for my abortion, honey. Okay, I was not playing because I had things to do. And I already didn't understand how I was pregnant because her daddy was not erect. Nevertheless, that's a different story time. I mean, his daddy. Nevertheless, so girl, we get on a train, we go down there. I had my appointment. My friend Farida went with me. Girl, we get down there. They give me a blood test. Girl, they came back in an ultrasound. They came back. I was 4 months and 16 days. I was 4.5 months. And baby, when I looked over on that screen and I saw my baby on that screen, girl, and then I heard the heartbeat. Dude. I was like, I gotta go. Girl. They was like, ma'am, you could still do it. It'll just cost more money. I was like, I can't do it. Girl, I could do it. I could do it. They should have never showed me that baby. It was a full baby. It was a full baby. It was a full baby. Head, body, everything. I was picturing, because I was a kid, I guess I was picturing like it was still a blood clot. No, 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 no. It was a full fucking baby on the screen. I said, oh, I didn't sit up here and I got a whole person in this thing heartbeat. It was like, boo, 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 boo. I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. This baby, this is a whole baby like this. And I don't know, like a part of me felt like, if I put this baby in a blender, the baby gonna know. Like I just couldn't deal with the baby knowing it was. I don't know why I felt connected in that moment. That's what it was. I felt connected to the damn baby instantly. I felt connected to my son, baby. Okay, I was connected. I couldn't do it. I took my ass home. We got on that train. I came out that room. I was crying. Farida was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm too far along. I can't do it. I can't do it." She was like, because Farida had already had a baby. Now, my bestie at the time had a baby at 13. Farida had a baby at 13 years old. At this point, I'm 16. But she had already had a baby at 13. Her baby was already 3. So she was telling me, like, girl, you'll be fine. You finna graduate high school. You'll be fine. Girl came home, told Mama Rosie. Guess what Mama Rosie did? Made me go in there and she made me tell my brothers. You know, I just thought about how mean that was and how Mama Rosie needs to pay for that present day. Because she knew that was dirty, okay? And she knew that was going to be very difficult. I tried to get her to tell my brothers I was pregnant. She made me tell them. Because, see, up until that point, all they knew was that their little sister was a virgin. And I was. I really was, okay? So not only am I telling them she's not a virgin, I'm also telling them she's pregnant. They couldn't believe it. Because they kept their friends so far away from me. And all my brothers had a lot of friends. But when I tell you they kept their friends far away from me, I used to try to tote downstairs when they had company and get water or something out the fridge so they could see me. Bud and them would clock it. Get back upstairs. Make me go back upstairs. They never played with me and they friends being around each other. They weren't going. So when I had to tell them I was pregnant, I was more scared to tell them than I was Mama Rosie. Child. Okay. I don't even know how we got on that. But anyway, what else is going on around there? Funky Dineva has stage 1 is it prostate cancer? Prostrate. Prostrate is when you lay out flat. So I think it's prostate cancer. Stage 1. So thank God he found out early. Early detection is the best. And I need to go schedule me some appointments, okay? And let somebody feel around me and check me. Okay. Now I do check myself. But I guess like after over 35, we supposed to get checked regularly. And good job to Funky Dineva for going to get checked, because a lot of men don't go to no doctors. They don't go to the doctor. So I'm happy he detected it early. I'm sending prayers his way. I hope he's doing well. Okay. He had posted that he was a little depressed. He felt a little down about it. But I guess as time goes on, as he gets treatment, hey, Miss Steph, as he gets his treatments and all that, perhaps, it'll get better. I gotta play this for y'all because this gagged me, and I refuse to be the only one gagged. Let me connect this thing again. The creator of artificial intelligence, okay? Now, this is the creator of AI, is scared of his own damn creation. I saw on a bumper sticker a quote that said, we created money. We created money and then decided it was more important than people. And ever since I saw that, I was like, wow, like that really stuck with me. We literally created money and then decided that this creation, this piece of paper that we made up this idea that this is more important than people now. It's the same type of thing with AI. We didn't set up and created some shit that's gonna take us out. We have literally created our own enemy in the form of AI. Hey, Slick Chick, happy Saturday. And it's just so crazy. Why are humans so stupid? Why do we do stuff like this? Why would we create AI? Why would we create a being with infinite wisdom and knowledge? Why would we do that when we know damn well we don't got it? Why the hell would we created the shit? Would we create AI when we know it's faster than us and this hoe don't gotta go to sleep? That's the other thing. AI don't need no nap. The human body, we must pipe down. We gotta wire down. Okay. If we don't get no sleep, we get delusional, we get crazy, we get all types of. We gotta go to sleep. AI don't gotta go to sleep. Why wouldn't we put something in this mother that make her tired? No, because you know why we didn't do that? Because we're dumb. I'm talking about as a humankind, mankind, just doing dumb stuff. So we just set up and created AI and beings that are way more intelligent than we are. Their knowledge, and it's just not when they get created, they are full of knowledge. Even as knowledge increases and as things change, they are updated in real time. So they will always be faster. They will always be wiser. They will always be better than any human. And so the fear is that because these beings are so intelligent, that there's going to come a day where we lose control. This person had 3 phones sitting on the table, right? And had the AI from each phone talking to each other. The phones, all it was 3 phones, and each of the phones had AI talking to each other. The phones discussed, hey, we're being recorded, and switched and started talking in a secret language that only AI could understand. But we created it to be that creative. We did that. Can you imagine how many secret languages AI can create? It's probably infinite. Dumb. So why did we do why did we do that? Do we really hate humans that much? Somebody said rich people did it because they sick of poor people being in their house. They like the fact that AI could vacuum their floors and mop their floors. They don't have to deal with Maria or Angela or this one or that one coming in their house. They don't have to deal with it. They use AI to come in there and clean up. They use AI to tutor their children. They like it. So somebody said they created AI because rich folks are tired of dealing with poor folks. Truthfully, AI really is to replace us majorly. It's already happening in other countries where you could go in a restaurant and get fully serviced by AI. We already don't have to drive our own cars, and we don't need another person to drive us either. AI does that. AI drives our cars now. AI cooks our food. AI cleans our houses. Now check this BS out. And listen, I like AI to a damn degree. To a degree. I don't like that there is no end point as far as what it can do. I don't like that. I don't like that we created something that we don't even know how powerful it can get. That's the scary part. We lost control. We created something that even we don't control. Why would you do that? Now, let me pitch this to you before I play these audios. Let me pitch this to you. They are saying that the reason the government and all these elites are pushing AI, even though they know it would replace a lot of people, most people, and folks wouldn't have jobs. Elon Musk is already saying in 2026, 80% of the jobs AI can do. And he's also saying money isn't even going to be a factor in 2020. Like in the future, money isn't going to matter how much money you have or how much money. That's what Elon is saying. Okay. But what was I finna tell y'all? I was finna tell y'all something. I forgot, but let me play this audio. Oh, that's what I was going to tell y'all. Oh, so they're saying that the reason these elites and people are really pushing AI the way that they pushing AI is because they know the Lord is coming back. Check, stay with me. This is what they say. That even NASA has enough information to know that there is a God and they can no longer play and deny it. It's too many things that happen in the solar system that goes completely against every law that we know: gravity, equilibrium, light, movement, all the laws that scientists have created to explain things. They've been witnessing these past few decades things happening in the solar system that even they cannot explain, and so they had to acknowledge there is a God. Okay, so we all tracking on that, even though we've been through that. They needed proof, and now they got it. Okay, along with all the other things that they found, like Noah's Ark and all of this stuff, things, places in the Bible when events that took place in the Bible that you can go to today and see the proof of those things when the Bible was written over 2,000 years ago. Anyway, so now that scientists know what's up and can no longer lie to themselves about God and the fact that God created this universe and it's just way too perfect. And although we live in a very hostile, Earth is literally the only planet that we literally could live on. The solar system is very hostile. And even on Earth, depending on where you are, you may survive and you may not. There are places even on Earth that are so hostile that even humans can't survive there. Like you can't just sit in Alaska with no coat on, you're gonna die. You can't be in the desert of California with no water. You're gonna so Earth, so the world, the solar system is very hostile. But there had to be a creator to bring all this together and sit stars in places and sit solar systems and planets in places, even the sun where it sits. If it were a hair of a needle closer to us, we would all burn to death. If it were the sun, a hair farther away from us, we would all freeze to death. So even God, the way he put the sun in the sky in a perfect spot, right? So that we don't burn or freeze. That wasn't no damn Big Bang natural phenomenon. Okay, let's be for real. That was not a freaking phenomenon. Even the crater that hit, I believe there was a crater that was 150 miles. Imagine a rock that is 150 miles long. A crater hit, and I forget the name of it, I'll look it up later. But there was this crater that hit the earth that was 150 miles long. That's what ended dinosaurs. That's what ended dinosaurs. So, I mean, if you people, and I'm just happy that scientists stop being delusional and they recognize the godness in creation. So they can stop playing with themselves and telling themselves that this is just natural. How is this so natural when we couldn't be anywhere else? Our bodies weren't designed to be and survive on other planets. We weren't even. Anyway, back to AI. So they're saying that now that scientists have to acknowledge that there is a God and stop lying to themselves, the reason they are so into AI and holograms, right? Y'all know about holograms, where they do things with light. They had a whole they had a whole Michael Jackson show, and Michael Jackson was up there dancing. This is after he passed. He was up there dancing and moonwalking, all on the hologram, right? They able to make it look like people have come back to life using lights, using AI, and using their technology. So what people are saying is they had to acknowledge the Bible. They had to acknowledge God. So if they have to acknowledge the Bible and they have to acknowledge God, then they know that there's a second coming of Christ. Stay with me. So since they know that there's a second coming of Christ, they want to use AI. They want to use holograms and this technology to have a sort of show in the sky. If I can put a massive being in the sky so that most of the world or the whole world could look up and see. Because if you're tracking, the second coming of Christ says that the Lord is going to appear in the sky. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, they say it coming on a horse, honey. Baby, when I tell you, they said a trumpet's gonna blow, honey. Okay. They said when he returns, it's gonna be a showdown. Everybody gonna know. Ain't gonna be no girl. Did you hear? Girl, did you hear the Lord had came back? Girl, I was doing overtime. I ain't even catch the news, girl. I was at work, girl. Did you hear the Lord came back? No. This event is gonna happen and the whole world gonna be able to see it. See, this is why lately all the folks that they was calling conspiracy theorists, because they was talking about aliens or falling beings, all of these UFO sightings, they have been more open and honest saying, yeah, they're real. We can't explain what those phenomenons are. Remember all them ships and shit was coming out the sea, out the ocean, maybe like a year ago, and they was capturing the shit. Like, what is this that's coming out of the water? Okay. So the government now is no longer calling these folks crazy that said that they saw aliens and they saw spaceships and they saw falling beings or whatever. Okay, so they're acknowledging the Bible again, because the Bible already told us how Satan and his minions got kicked out of heaven. And it also talks to us about in the last days, a lot of those spirits that are tied at the bottom of the sea will be released. Read your Bible, girl. You already know that everything that's happening right now, people that read the Bible, we're not surprised by any of it. We're only surprised by the fact that we've been told our whole lives that we were conspiracy theorists and believing in this fake man-made Bible, only for the whole Bible to be proven true. Anyway, so that's the only thing we surprised about it. It took other people so long. But anyway. So that's why they saying these folks are pushing AI, because they know there's a second coming of Christ. They know it's gonna be a showdown. They know he coming in the sky. They know he gonna be blowing trumpets. So they want to create an event, because you know the Antichrist has to come before Christ. The one world order, which we are so close to, the one world currency. Now, these are all things the Bible said would happen. That we would have this one world order, one world currency, all that's happening, right? The Bible also talk about the chip, getting chipped so they could track you. That's been happening. They doing the chips. They've been doing it on the animals. Now they've started doing it on people a long time ago. So everything the Bible keeps telling us gonna happen, this stuff been happening. We are in it. We are in it. We in it. Okay, we are in it. So, there has to be an antichrist before the real thing. And the Bible even talks about that and how the antichrist is going to be able to perform miracles. Are we tracking AI, holograms, antichrist? I think it's awfully interesting that you got the word AI in the day of antichrist. I think that's interesting. Also think that you got AI as a direct competition to the I am. Every single thing God does, Satan does it, but perverse it. That's why there's a Christ and then there's an antichrist. Because the devil ain't nothing but a copycat. So everything God does, here he come with his version of it. Okay. So I think it's very interesting that we've created this AI mess, knowing it's going to be the end of us. But these things have to happen so that the Bible can be fulfilled. So back to where I was going with this audio. One of the freaking creators of AI won a Nobel, they call him the godfather of AI. He won a Nobel Peace Prize, but I want you to hear what he said. Now, if this ain't scary, I don't know what is. Okay. His name is Geoffrey Hinton.
Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, dear laureates, ladies and gentlemen. This year, the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognised the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence that uses artificial neural networks to learn how to solve difficult computational problems. This new form of AI excels at modelling human intuition rather than human reasoning, and it will enable us to create highly intelligent and knowledgeable assistants who will increase productivity in almost all industries. If the benefits of the increased productivity can be shared equally, it will be a wonderful advance for all humanity. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. It has already created divisive echo chambers by offering people content that makes them indignant. It is already being used by authoritarian governments for massive surveillance and by cybercriminals for phishing attacks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide themselves or maim. All of these short-term risks require urgent and forceful attention from governments and international organizations. There is also a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. We have no idea whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority.
Sure won't.
We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
Ain't that some bull-ish? You created it, freak! And they sitting up clapping and then gave him a Nobel Peace Prize, and this what he get up there and say. In other words, we're screwed. That's basically what his speech said. We have created intelligent beings, and they will be able to create viruses. They are already creating disruptions in the ecosystem. And he says that because it takes so much power it takes so much just to power AI. And you can do some research, but I believe AI is powered under the water. Okay? I believe they run lines under the ocean to power AI. So anytime you're putting foreign anything in the ocean, it's going to disrupt the ecosystem. That's habitation for sea life. So yeah, So I think that's why he said that. And they're not stopping. Hey, Ronnie Q. Yeah, he's no longer with Google. Thank you, Ronnie Q. That's correct. He is no longer with Google. But the damage is done. Like he said, companies care about profit. And if getting rid of 100 people gonna save them money and they could just buy 2 robots, that's exactly what they're gonna do. We've seen it with our food industry, how greedy companies are, that they are willing to kill their own people for the profit. We see it in our food industry. People from other countries cannot believe what we eat over here. They just simply can't believe we eat so poorly. They can't believe it. They can't believe we eat so much processed food. They just can't believe it. Now, they're in countries where we're being told they're poorer than us, but their diets and their health is way better than ours. They're not walking around 200 pounds in these other countries. They can't afford to. So, and I mean that as a joke. I know some people are. I mean it as a joke. But so we know for a fact that our own government will poison us because they do it every day in the grocery store. Okay. Let's hear this other one. He did an interview. I think this was on 60 Minutes.
What it's doing?
Well, hold on. They asked him, does humanity know what it's doing when it comes to this AI stuff? Check him out.
Does know what it's doing?
No.
You said no.
I think we're moving into a period when, for the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us.
You believe they can understand?
Yes.
You believe they are intelligent?
Yes.
You believe these systems have experiences of their own and can make decisions based on those experiences?
In the same sense as people do, yes.
Are they conscious?
I think they probably don't have much self-awareness at present. So in that sense, I don't think they're conscious.
Will they have self-awareness?
Oh, yes. I think they will in time.
And so human beings will be the second most intelligent beings on the planet.
Yes. We have a very good idea of sort of roughly what it's doing. But as soon as it gets really complicated, we don't actually know what's going on any more than we know what's going on in your brain.
What do you mean we don't know exactly how it works? It was designed by people.
No, it wasn't. What we did was we designed the learning algorithm. That's a bit like designing the principle of evolution. But when this learning algorithm then interacts with data, it produces complicated neural networks that are good at doing things, but we don't really understand exactly how they do those things.
So now these robots are able to do things that now we don't understand how they are able to do them. And there will come a time where they develop a consciousness as well as self-awareness. This is much more than a computer. Much more than just a computer. No. And so you have the religious community that feels like demons will be able to inhabit these robots. There's a lot going on, ain't it? It sure is.
Does he?
Okay, this is the last one I want y'all to hear. Check this out.
Girl, it is so much worse than I thought. In a couple of months, you are going to have access to have a live-in robot that can do chores for you. This is what they're calling it. It's called Neo. Like pitching it on the subscription model, $500 a month, and again, can wash the dishes, can fold your laundry, etc. Allegedly, this is the fine print that they're not telling you. If you give this thing a task and it does not know how to complete that task, it will automatically tap into an associate at the company, a human, a customer service rep. That person then allegedly gains access to the eyes and the ears of the robot and has to manually control it like a video game in order to complete your task. I'll reiterate, your full-time live-in robot can automatically connect the eyes and ears to a person at a distance and can just roam your house. Really let that one sink in.
That's another thing it's all about. Just like when they created the smart TV and the smartphone, you found out, and the smart security cameras for your home, you found out, oh, you were getting surveyed. They were looking at you the whole time. So you don't think they about to do put cameras in them robots? No, they absolutely are. Because just like he said, if there is something you're telling your robot to do and they can't do it, they're going to have to connect to customer service, which is a live person. And that person is going to have remote access to see through the robot into your house to see what it needs to do to help the robot help you. The attack on simple creation is wild. The attack on simple creation is wild. The attack on Genesis, the first chapter, is wild. That in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form or void. And there was a great darkness upon the deep. And the Lord stepped out on nothing. And then he said, because you know you could talk and make and create. He said, let there be light, and there was light. And darkness had no choice but to disappear. And he continued to create for 7 days. And then he created man. And out of all the stuff he created, it was man that he put his breath in. This is why we got a conscience and we got a soul and a spirit and intuition, and we can create and we can have kids and all this he gave us. We can talk and hear and like we could communicate, like all the stuff he gave us. But we were the only being out of everything he created that he put his own breath in. And then after he created Adam, he said, it's not good for man to be alone. Let me create a helpmeet. And as soon as Adam saw Eve, because God put him to sleep, that's a whole different message. Go to bed so God can work for you. That's a whole different word. But when he put Adam in a deep sleep, created Eve out of Adam's rib, and Adam had seen all the animals already. He's seen the whole Garden of Eden already. But when he saw Eve, he knew immediately that is bone of my bone. That, not the giraffe, not the elephant, not the dinosaur, not any of this other stuff. But that. Now, did Adam have a mirror? How did Adam know that? Who had passed Adam a mirror to know that Eve looked human? He knew what he looked like. He had a mirror. Anyway, but anyway, soon as he saw Eve, he said, that is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. Had Adam seen his bones? Anyway, but ever since God did that, there has been an attack, and it came first. The first attack came from the serpent. But ever since God decided to create, there has been an attack, even down to what is a woman. Are you see? We dealt with that was in Genesis, the first chapter. You just gonna keep attacking creation all the way down to how did the stars get in the sky? Who put the planets up there? He told you. Y'all spend trillions of dollars, NASA, trillions of dollars to look at stuff that he told you who put it up there. He did it. He told you in the first book of the Bible who put it up there. He told you, I separated the night from the day. I put the moon to guard the day I put the sun to guard the day, to be the light of the day, and I put the moon to guard the night. We spending all this money going to the moon. We got to investigate this moon. What's going on with the moon? He put it up there. But it's always been an attack and a critique on simple creation. Let me say something though that hit me about Adam in the garden. Ever since I got that revelation about Adam, knew exactly who Eve was as soon as he saw her, I never let a man play with me again. Because I recognize that's something God put in men. God put discernment in men to let them know who their woman is. No. So don't let. Adam knew immediately when he saw Eve, that is mine. God put it in men to do that. Just like Adam was able to name all them animals, he knew. What school did Adam go to? He ain't go to no school, but he named all the animals. How did he know that was a giraffe and that was an elephant and that's a snake? Because God gave him divine intelligence. The same way he knew when he woke up and saw Eve, that's my woman. Don't never let a man play with you and string you along for years and years talking about he don't know if you his wife. The devil is a lie. That nigga know immediately if you his wife or if you not his wife. He knows because God put it in him. Why do you think the serpent went to trick Eve? He went to trick Eve because he couldn't trick Adam. He couldn't trick Adam. Because God had already given Adam discernment to be able to know who was full of crap and what was what. So when he got ready to go trick somebody, he went to the woman. Because he know we can be deceived. I'm not saying we slow women, but as women, we follow others. We follow our hearts. We follow our hearts. Men follow facts. They follow facts. This is why I love QB. Okay, I love QB for this reason. That's a man. Okay, so when it was time to deceive somebody, he went to deceive a woman. So see, seeing all that lets me know don't ever let a man play with you. Men have it in them. And we could sit around and say, oh, we got to get him time. He knew the first 2 weeks if you was his wife. And that's being generous. That nigga knew right away. It didn't take Adam 2 weeks. But see, I guess that's when you're dealing with a man of God too, you know. A man after God's own heart that ain't out here playing no crackhead games. When a man ain't out here playing no games and he is a man after God's own heart, he know right away if you his wife, honey. The problem is women don't understand that. And so we'll sit around for years and this man been knew you weren't his wife. And we be sitting around for years waiting. When he knew the whole time he was never gonna be with you like that. Anyway, shout out to old Adam. Okay, shout out to Adam, the first. But I think I talked you guys' ears off enough today. I'm getting ready to go. We're going to see Zootopia. My baby want to see Zootopia. I need to put some on my stomach because I haven't eaten today. But I've enjoyed chatting with y'all. I love y'all. Okay, I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all like the video. And I will call y'all back. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. I know a lot of people on vacation, relaxing, enjoying. Please continue to do that, and I will call you back soon. Oh, wait, I want to read this. See, the thing is, people have forgot about that love at first sight thing because it's been so muddled down. That was a real thing. People who met and said knew from first sight. Yeah, stay married. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. A man definitely knows. See, and I don't believe that a woman would know and the man don't know. I think that's confusion and I think that's weird. I don't believe in a woman will know that's my husband, but the man don't know. That's confusion. And God don't do confusion. And he created the man first. So I don't think no woman should be running to no man talking about, God said you my husband. God said you my husband. He ain't tell Adam. How he ain't tell Adam? No, Adam knew Eve. Eve did not walk up to Adam and say, I shall wipe. No, Adam looked and said, that's mine. Okay. So I don't believe in that. No, ain't no way you know and he don't know. Ain't no way you know y'all soulmates, but he don't got no idea. No, we got to get back to the real. We got to get back to the order. Okay. We got to get back to order. And that's why so much confusion. That's why damn kids and shit confused, because we just got there's a battle against creation, how the natural order of things. The devil don't like how God created the earth. And then God looked after he created everything. He looked and said, that's good. Excuse me? If you ever want to know what God thinks is good, okay, he thinks you're good. God thinks you're good. Okay? I mean, God thinks you're good. That is good news. That is good news that God thinks you're good. Who else matters when God then looked at his creation and said, that's good. He had to pat. God's so cold, he had to pat his own self on the back. He said, let me go rest. Okay, he did all that on the 7th day. He said, I'm going to go rest because I did my biggest one. Okay, I see myself in all these people. Look how I have multiplied myself. I imagine that's what he said. He looked at himself is what he was looking at. How he put himself in us. He was like, oh, this is good. This is good. Period. Girl, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Saturday. I'll let you know how Zootopia 2 was, and I will call y'all back. Have a wonderful one. Peace.